Lately, I have been crushing it in the productivity department, and I've only changed a few things, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you're looking for ways to be more productive as a full time employee or a full time mom, this video is for you. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole Charnel, and don't worry, I'm going to make it quick. These are 5 easy things that you can do to improve your productivity from day to day. So I am a full-time employee. I work 40 hours a week outside of my house. I am also a full-time mom and a single individual. So pretty much if I am momming all by myself. These 5 things that I'm going to talk about are pretty easy to add to your life, to your routine, and they will make a huge change in your productivity. The first one I'm going to start with is to use alarms. Now, you probably have an alarm to wake up for the day, to start your day, maybe another alarm throughout the day that tells you to do something. When I say use alarms, I mean for every single major task of your day, set an alarm. So I have probably about 15 alarms that go off for me during the day. At first, I thought this was going to be really overwhelming. I thought I was going to be almost overexerted, thinking of it as the same way of having a notification go off on my phone. Oh my gosh, I need to look at the notification. The next thing you know, I'm off track. But it really has had the opposite effect. Having these alarms has really put me in motion and made me do the actual thing that I need to do. When I go to work, I have about 5 main alarms. Each one is for a different thing that I should be doing throughout my workday. Also, when I'm at home, I have an alarm telling me when I should be getting ready for bed, when I should be doing my planning. I have an alarm when I should be calling my son because he doesn't actually live with me full time. He lives with his father. I also have an alarm to make my lunch. So as you see, I have a lot of alarms, but like I said, this has had the opposite effects of what you think. What it has done for me, it has allowed me to stop looking at the clock and allowed me to rely on what I'm doing in the moment, helping me stay more present. But then when it's time for me to switch gears, I can do it in an ample amount of time. So my alarm that tells me to call my son, it goes off at a certain amount of time. And then usually I have my phone in my hand and I can go ahead and just hit the phone and give him a call. This also separates the barriers that usually stop me from doing the thing and helping me stay more productive. Another example of an alarm that I have is for doing my planner time. I like to spend time in my planner every single day. And this is actually the second tip. Take time to plan your day. This does not have to be a lot of time. This literally can be 10 minutes at the end of your day where you pull out your planner, you pull out your list, and you look and see what you need to do for the next day. You check off what you were supposed to do today, maybe write some notes. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. But just 10 minutes to plan the next day will make you more productive on that day. You've gotten it out of your head. It's down on paper. So when you need to look back at it, or maybe you need a reminder, it's right there in your planner. Taking time to get in my planner is a struggle. Like it really is a struggle for me, but I have an alarm to remind me to do this. But then I also have my planner there. And seeing that I've done this a few days in a row helps me with consistency, makes me feel like I'm showing up for myself. There's so many good perks in it. So many things that just helps me stay on the right track. So take the time to plan your day, plan your life, plan your month. This can be as easy as 10 minutes a day, or it could be like a session that you kind of do each week, whatever works for you. But the main thing is to be consistent in planning. The next tip I have for you to be more productive is to set goals. Now, this may be a no-brainer, but also it's not. Sometimes we set goals for maybe long-term things. Oh, in 5 years, I want to be able to buy a new car. Or in 3 years, I want to be able to get a new job or get a new position. These are long-term goals, and these goals are great, but I'm talking about goals that are a little more short-term and that you can work towards actively. A goal that will basically put you in action. For example, I'm going to use an easy goal, something that a lot of us sometimes hesitate in, but we need motivation in, and that is losing weight. Now, I love fitness. I love working out, but it took me a little bit to get there. So I had to start setting goals so I can work towards them. At first, I started out with weight goals because I really wanted to slim down and get some fat off my body. I made it a timely goal. I also made it measurable. So I picked a number of how I was going to get there. Then I could see how many pounds I needed to come off and all that. I made it relevant to what I was doing. So usually when you have a weight loss goal, if you're starting from ground zero, In the beginning, the weight does come off really fast. As I got into my fitness journey, I had to change my goals a little bit and make them a little bit more relevant for the time, right? So that's what I mean by making your goal relevant for the space that you're in. And you want to make it realistic. Can I realistically do these things? Can I realistically lose 10 pounds in a month? Or will it take me 2 months? These are all things you need to think about when you're setting a goal, but just set the goal and then take the steps towards it. Sometimes when you want to be productive, it can also be something very simple. For example, I hate the fact that I have to do laundry. And when I get all these baskets, I don't want to fold the clothes. I don't want to put them away. I don't want them to be in my space either, but I have to do laundry. So I set a goal for my laundry for the week. I have a day that I'm going to do laundry and I have a size of the load that I want it to be. So that way the laundry itself won't be overwhelming. Setting these small goals and getting the small wins will help you continue to want to set goals, continue to want to achieve them. Okay. This will keep you in your productivity era. Now, you may be saying, Nicole, girl, I am just trying to make it day to day. I work 40 hours a week. I got kids, still have to do everyday life, and it is hard. I agree. It definitely is. So that's where this next tip comes in. Have routines. My favorite thing about having a routine is the fact that I don't have to think about what's next. I can just set my body in motion. I have a routine for when I first get up in the morning. I have a routine for when I get out of bed. I have a routine for when I get to work. I have a routine for when I leave work. I have a routine for lunch, whether I'm at work or I'm at home. I have a routine for getting in the bed. I have a routine for ready to go to sleep. I have routines for everything. And what I love about my routines is that the more that I do them, the less I have to think about them. And this is why routines are a game changer. Now, at this moment, I'm going to mention another video that I've posted having to do with the 3-7 method, which takes 3 time blocks, 7 routines, and pretty much changes your life. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below or up in the cards above so you can check it out. I did not create this method. The person I seen this method from was Dr. Tiffany Sheldon. I will also have her link down below so you can find some more information on her if you want to. But these routines is what elevated my productivity from being pretty flat to being a constant rise. So when it's time for you to create a routine, think about what you want it for, and then think about what you want to do in that time. Don't make your routine too complicated. For example, a skincare routine that you can actually do in a timely manner. Also, your fitness routine, what can I actually do in a timely manner? Remember that you want to make this easy so you'll keep coming back to it, but hard enough so you can get results, okay? This is important, but just stick to making the routine, creating the routine, doing the thing, all right? Doing the thing. So having routines is really what is going to push you over that productivity hump. So especially when you're working a full-time job, you come home in the afternoon. Me personally, I actually travel an hour to work and an hour home. So my evening time is cut really short. I have about 2 hours to 2.5 hours before I have to get in the bed and go to sleep for the next day. So I need that time to be really intentional and I need to know what I'm doing within that time. That's why I have a routine for it. If I hit all the bullet points in my routine, I'll be able to take care of everything that I need to take care of and still get some creativity time in, still get some time to read my book, some time to spend with my daughter, some time to eat my dinner. All of those things, okay? Your routines can literally have those bullet points in there that you want to make sure you do. And that is what will make them help you, make them actionable for your life, and to keep you productive. The last tip I'm going to give you for being more productive is probably the hardest. This is exercising your discipline. When you think about the most successful people that you know, maybe that you don't know, maybe the most successful people in the world, they are all pretty disciplined people. They are more productive because they exercise their discipline. They get more things done because they use discipline. They've lost the weight because of discipline. They have improved their relationships because of discipline. So you're going to need this one for sure. And I would say this is probably the most important one. You need to prove to yourself that you're going to show up for yourself. So you have to be disciplined in your time. You have to be disciplined in what you want to do. Discipline disciplined when you're making the goal, setting the task to achieve the goal. This is all about showing yourself that you can do it so you can continue on and be productive, to get the things done that you want to get done, to show up for yourself. Now, I know this is going to be the hardest one. I know, because I've been there. I've said to myself, okay, I'm going to get up 4:30 in the morning, be able to get myself together so I can go to the gym, so I can go to work and be on time. This takes a tremendous amount of discipline on my part. Every night that I go to bed, before I have to do all this, I have to go to bed on time. I have to get in the bed and go to sleep on time so I can then get up the next morning. This takes so much discipline and effort on my part. Getting in the bed is probably the hardest part. Getting up is like, dang, well, I want to go to the gym, so I'm going to get up. But I had to build that discipline. I didn't start from having it. I had to create it, build it up, nurture it, make it real for me, and then show myself that I can get results from it. And as I continue to do that, it just encourages me even more to be able to do different things in my life, to be able to set the goals and achieve the goals, to be able to be more productive, but without being busy, to be able to have fun, to be able to travel. All of these things, at least I feel, have came from me being a more disciplined person and showing up for myself, showing myself that I can do it. So at this point, you can exercise your discipline and make a decision to do something and prove to yourself that you can be more productive. Now, I know that was a lot of information at once, but you can do it. You can make a change in your everyday life to be more productive. It doesn't matter that you have a 40-hour work week and feel like you have no time. There is time. You just have to be intentional about using it and to use these tips to encourage yourself to do more with little. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These 5 tips have really helped me to be more productive in my everyday life without feeling too busy as well. I know sometimes when you think about productivity, you think, well, I just have to keep cramming it in. And you don't have to do that. You just have to be really intentional about the things that you do and make the right moves at the right time. If you need more help with this topic, I make sure I link a playlist on the screen and talk about all the things that I'm doing to be more productive and to reach my goals. One of the main things that I do is the 12-week year, and I love setting and achieving my goals in this way. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you leave me a comment down below and we can discuss it, talk about it, or I can just be here to encourage you to make the moves in your life, be more productive, be more disciplined, and achieve your goals. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and I hope it helped you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you can do so by hitting my face down below. And if you want to check out more from me, there'll be some videos linked on the screen that you can look at as well. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.